Welcome to week 10, man, and happy Friday to everyone. I just endured what quite possibly was one of the most painful teaching periods of my entire life. I just have a third block class who I know that I have the prep period following, but they can really make my life miserable. But we're done with them, and it is the weekend, and I love talking about fantasy football. Let's put that behind us. Let's take a look. A couple guys were added today. Jameis Winston was dropped for Marcel Reese. Brent's possibly, handcuffing Latavius Murray at this point in the season. That's something that you should do. Unless you're Jason Stuffle, then you never handcuff players. Eddie Lacy, Deion Lewis. See also that speaking of Jason, he did add a high upside tight end. I like playing Richard Rodgers this week in a plus matchup with Detroit. He's in a big match with Jesse, J and J. J on J. Some J on J crime going on. That match started last night. Jesse got 8.5 out of Marshall, 2 for 25 and a glory. Here are our standings, and I tell you what, this league, especially the last 2 years, has been unbelievably competitive. From top to bottom, and if you just look at it, it's unbelievable. Frankly, all the teams still in contention. Really, 50 Shades of Clay has been eliminated. We've kind of touched on his lack of success this year and some of the bad breaks that he's endured. But those 3 and 6 teams are still alive, and the Butt Buddies made a big trade this week that made it seem as though they're sailing in on the year, but I don't think that's the case. I play them this week. I know they're going to field a full roster. Again, I would be very surprised if 7 and 6 does not get you in the playoffs. The way that it's looking, and we'll talk about matchups here in a moment. That record with a sufficient amount of points, I would anticipate will be there. We'll have to see how things shake out, but score as many points as you can. Hope the guy you're playing doesn't go off on you. Here's the scoreboard this week. Things have gotten underway a little bit, so what I will try to do is once again analyze based on the lineups that are in and possibly project what changes could be made. Again, my team name has been changed. We'll start with my matchup. We'll go just to the quick box score here. Should give us some indications of what's going on in my match with the Butt Buddies. I got 11.5 out of Ivory last night. Unfortunately, he was 1 yard away from 100 rushing yards and lost a fumble, so it cost me 4 points there. But, I'll take 11.5 from Chris Ivory in a tough matchup. Looking at this match, Danny made some trades, some changes to his team. I did not want to face Odell Beckham again. He can just go for 30, and that's something that certainly maybe New England tries to take the best player away. I hope that's the case, because Beckham is capable of big things. In this matchup, once again, I'm not going to pick my match, because when I try to sandbag and select the other team, I lose, and my prediction comes to fruition. When I pick myself, I always lose. So going to fade this prediction. What I will say are the keys here, and I believe I said this last week. It's really going to come down to the middle of these lineups. Can Larry Fitzgerald, Ruben Randall, Vernon Davis produce to the level of Antonio Brown, Alshon Jeffrey, and Gronk? And if that happens, this could go the way of the Butt Buddies. But again, not going to predict this one. We'll go with Luckbox at Ram the Booty, censored again today. This is a big match for Chris. I know his team, he has a good team. He's up there maybe 4th or 5th in the year in points. So even if he does lose, still very much alive. But this is a big one for him. Chris has also kind of gotten unlucky this year with Jeremy Hill and Andrew Luck, 2 guys he counted on to really produce. And they've just, frankly, Andrew can't catch a break. He hasn't been good when he's played. But you see Chris still has a pretty solid team here. He's counting on Brandon LaFell and his flex. I guess getting as many players as you can on a good offense is never a bad idea. Luckbox, I like his running backs. The thing I will mention is they're tougher matchups this week for Jeremy Langford and Chris Johnson. I think we kind of see Randall Cobb become Randall Cobb down the stretch. If you have a chance to play him in a daily league this week, if you play DFS on FanDuel or DraftKings, I think he's priced at $7,700 on FanDuel, with a fairly low play percentage. He's a guy I like moving forward, especially in this matchup with Detroit and at Lambeau. Um, love Randall Cobb this week. This match, as far as a prediction, I think that Houston is terrible, especially on the road. That's not a lot of statistics will back that up. That's not great analysis by me. I also think that Calvin Johnson, anytime he plays Green Bay, balls. So I think in this match, and this is going to make the league crazy going down the stretch. If I'm right, I'm going to take Chris in this matchup, which would move him to 5-5, and Adam Foster to 6-4. Here's my brother's team, Suck D. What a great name change against the Mighty Midgets. I've received some texts from some people saying Luke has a very good team, and he does. I know he has the most points scored against him in the league by a wide margin. In Adam's team, he's made some trades for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is again on the move, but it didn't get done in time. Unfortunately for Adam, the trade involved Carlos Williams. The trade was not accepted by the correct time, so he did not get Carlos Williams 11 points, which would have made a big difference in this match. As you see some of Adam's players he has here. Just the way Luke's team is performing right now at the top with Tom Brady as a 9th-round keeper, playing the way he is, angry at the world. Last week he had a down game, only 2 touchdowns. I predict he's going to get right in a big way. I know New York, typically the Giants have the Patriots' number. I don't see it happening this week. I think this is a game that you'll want to watch. Frankly, I think the Patriots kind of make a statement on the road against a Giants team that is a little bit one-dimensional with Beckham in that passing game. I like the Patriots in a big way. Luke's receivers, he's really made some great pickups with D'Angelo Williams, Michael Crabtree, and James Starks, is a guy down the stretch, could be a top 10 running back. I like Luke's team this week to get to 4-6, and frankly, he's dangerous. Team that put up a lot of points last week. He has a team built to put up a lot of points. Here's Shades of Clay at NA, Trampus and Mark's co-owned team, a couple who may never ever get back together. I like finally that Gray did play Derek Carr. This is a guy who's been a fantastic quarterback. I love this quarterback matchup too. Which streaming quarterback can have the better game? And I tell you what, if there's a week where Kirk Cousins isn't as bad as Kirk Cousins usually is, it's against New Orleans at home. New Orleans is bad defensively. Frankly, New Orleans is garbage anyway. They're never going anywhere. But taking a look at the start that Greg got with McCoy, and then also you see Sammy Watkins. He was the guy that he's a joke. I mean, give me the ball, give me the ball. Ooh, hurt. Shut your mouth, Sammy Watkins. You're a joke. 1.4. Way to go. Way to ball out last night. That was impressive. Darrelle Revis, Sammy Watkins is terrible again. Fantastic. Eric Decker's awesome. I love Eric Decker. The thing with Eric Decker too is he's a good person. And like rooting for Eric Decker. This matchup, I got to get a prediction in here. I think C.J. Anderson could kind of find his stride late in the year. So Gray's going to be a team that he's going to get a win or two and really hurt somebody's chances to get into the playoffs. And is this the week? You know what? I think it is. I'm going to take 50 Shades of Clay to defeat Team NA. But again, that would not by any means eliminate Team NA. They could still play their way in to the tournament at the end of the season. Here's this Dez for 6 and Simply Simple victory. This is a match that for all of us who are 3-6, 4-5, or 5-4, we really want Brent's team to win. Because Tyler's team, I believe, has won 4 in a row. It's a team that's really finding its stride. He streamed Ryan Fitzpatrick last night in a low-scoring game. He got both of the touchdowns. Otherwise, nothing super exciting from him. He had some rushing yards. But this is a match that we really want. It's Dez for 6. We want Brent, our beefy training friend, to put the hurt down and shatter Tyler's confidence. Because, frankly, if the higher teams keep losing, it clouds that middle ground, guys. So I'm going to pick it's Dez for 6 because of that. Yes, Brent Davidson will get the win here. I believe in him. I think Barnage comes back a little bit. I think we realize Gary Barnage is still Gary Barnage. He's not that awesome, but he's targeted a lot. Pittsburgh's not good defensively. I anticipate Pittsburgh will be winning this game. Garbage time touchdown. Things coming there. Speaking of garbage time, Allen Robinson is not just a good fantasy receiver. He is an elite football player. I think I said in week 3 that I thought he was a top 8 receiver the rest of the way. I think I might rank Allen Robinson 2 overall at receiver this week. He's in the top 4 for me. He's a guy who does it every week. Every week. I like Brent's team. The trade for Drew Brees certainly offers him some more upside. Selecting it's Dez for 6. Here we have everybody's favorite match of the week. Unfortunately, both of these teams cannot lose. We have Lollipop Guild and Shake and Bake. We have a humble, great, outstanding, young little man. Can't say anything negative. And then we have Jesse. Who we love Jesse, but humble, outstanding. Maybe not the words to use. Here's the analysis. Brandon Marshall got Jesse a touchdown last night. You see there. Jesse made a trade this week. He traded his best player, a guy who can go for a lot and is a 13th round keeper in Beckham, for some running backs, one of whom is out this week. But you see, Jesse has improved his running back position certainly. Antonio Andrews, whatever. He's fat and slow. Mark Ingram is a guy that is frustrating. You never know when he's going to fall in the end zone. The thing that hurts Ingram a little bit, I think, is Drew Brees is finally becoming selfish again. Right? Drew Brees loves to throw from the 3. But Jesse this week I know has a lot of guys on bye. He's counting on some receivers to step in for him and do some things. Travis Kelce could put up a goose egg in that match. But looking on the other side for Lollipop Guild, he's done a good job managing his team because he's had so many injuries. And, it just speaks to never give up on your team. And also for Jason, he hasn't always been in the highest scoring matches. But Blake Bortles is a guy I really like from a fantasy standpoint. I don't think he's a good quarterback, but they're losing a lot and they exclusively throw. I believe they have 1 rushing touchdown this season. Check me on that one, but I know Yeldon just has 1. Doug Martin, Lamar Miller, solid running backs for him. He traded Des Bryant this week for Lamar. We'll see how that pans out. Martavis Bryant, I think, is better served without Big Ben. We saw last week Big Ben will throw to Antonio Brown the entire game. Martavis Bryant, better perhaps without Big Ben. I think this is a week. Martavis Bryant, good spot to play him. Don't love him in DFS because he's a low catch guy. Jordan Matthews is coming around. Will he get to where Jason needs him to be? If he does, Jason can win and continue winning going forward. For my lock of the week, this one to me is easy. Lollipop Guild defeats Shake and Bake. Lock of the week, book it, parlay it, bet it, gentlemen bet it. Any way you want to bet it. This is complete trashing, not competitive match. Jason wins. That's really the show for this week, guys. I want to remind you that we are brought to you by the Tesler, Adler, and Whalen law firm. They do some great things in Noblesville if you need to get divorced or kill someone, have killed someone, are looking to remove the body, drink and drive, litter profusely and get caught. Pretty much anything, they'll take care of you. Tesler, Adler, Whalen. All you need to know, Google them, give them a call. TA will take care of you. Need a divorce? Call Whalen. Today, guys, our exit music is DJ Khaled, Hold You Down, with Chris Brown, August Alsina, Future, and Jeremiah with an H. Enjoy. And good luck to all of you, except all the teams that are 5-4 in our league. I'm coming for you.
I'll hold you down. I'm on my way. DJ Khaled. Thinking about Do anything you wanna, let emotion roll your mind, roll your mind.